Welcome back. How's everybody doing? I Today's a good day. Actually, the whole weekend's been a great weekend. It's all about basketball. And if you're a Laker fan, you're loving it because the green monsters in Boston are gone finally. And not only that, but Denver too. They both got eliminated, man. It's awesome. And guess who's moving on? It's the purple and gold, and hopefully we can take care of business against OKC on Tuesday. But it's gonna be a tall order. We might be, as Charles Barkley said, we might be going to Galveston. But that's gonna be a story for another day. Today we are here for week 17 of the Retirement Savings Challenge, and for those of you joining us today, welcome back. My name is Ro, and real quick before we move on, let's go over the challenge real quick. At the beginning of this year, I pledged myself $50 a week to save for my retirement, hopefully in less than 10 years. But this challenge is strictly a 5-year process. It'll be from the beginning of 2026 till the end of 2030. And if everything goes well and I'm consistent with a hopefully an annual rate of return of about 10%, will be close to about 19-20,000. So that's 19-20,000 that you didn't have, that could have gone somewhere else, and you wouldn't have even noticed it. You might have gone to an extra cup of coffee, or I don't know, some donuts, or some whatever. But the whole point is $50. If you can swing it per week, sometimes you can't even feel that, and it adds up. And it's not. I'm not saying just do $50. If you do 25, that'd be great. If you can do 100, 200, 500, better. But the whole point of the exercise is no small amount will be, there's no small enough amount to save because it'll be better than zero. So let's do the update. Week 17, which is April 27th, the week of April 27th. So on Tuesday, I deposited my $50 into the Schwab Roth IRA, and I waited until Friday because the market has been just on fire, and especially during earnings week, things go up and down. A poor earnings will tank a stock, and in our case here, it didn't completely tank it, but on Friday, Meta went down about 10%. So I normally buy an ETF like SCHG or SHD, but I put all my chips in on Meta at a fractional share of $603.74. I put the whole $50 in there, and again, we'll see where it goes for the next 5 years. But my guess is it'll be a lot higher than 603.74. But we'll just have to wait and see. So moving along. So far, as of week 17, this is what the portfolio looks like. And like I said, there was a 10% dip on Meta, and that explains why it's the only negative, only red in my holdings. Apple is at 9. All these are positive. Apple is at 9.16. Adobe is at 1.84. Adobe, which is, if you've been following along, it's the first time I've ever seen this in the green, and hopefully it stays that way. But Amazon is at a whopping 32.54%. ARC at 2.76. Like I said a minute ago, Meta is at negative at a negative, which is but barely is at 0.18%. It's pretty much even, but we gotta be technical and show it for what it is. Yeah, moving along, it's Microsoft at 3.9%, Nvidia is 11.06, UNH it's been blowing up 29.7%. You got Visa at 8.48, SCHD at 2.44, and SCHG at 9.25. So the everything is looking pretty green. And if you guess right, I'm up year to date. So here's the total investment analysis. We've invested $50 17 straight weeks at a total invested amount of $850. And the portfolio balance as of Friday is at $897.43, which equals to about a positive 5.58 unrealized gain. Or to put it another way, if I sold everything today, that $850 invested would have netted me an extra $47.43, which isn't bad. That's $47.43 that we didn't have, and hopefully it'll take us to greater heights for the next 5 years. And final thoughts: we have, like I said, 17 straight weeks of consistent $50 savings. Let's make it 18 next week. And we're going to proceed with caution a bit because markets are in an all-time high. And it's been that way for, well, not constantly, but the market's been white hot for the past 3 years. So anytime it's that way at all-time highs, you got to proceed with caution because it could be just a temporary thing. And you want to make sure you're invested in good quality companies, or spread it out. Invest in an ETF like SCHG or VTI or VOO, and that way you kind of if things go down, you kind of spread it around, and then you know that when things go down, not all of them are going to go down at the same time, especially if it's over hundreds of different holdings. But if you're doing individual stock investing, then again, look at that sign. Proceed with caution. It might be time to trim and lock in some gains especially if you're investing in individual stocks. But if you are just doing ETFs, dollar cost average, just don't even think about it. Just put the $50 from in my situation. Just keep putting the $50, and no matter what. So yeah, I got some things to think about to see what I'm gonna do, but I think I'll figure that out next week since there's more earnings. But this is what it is right now, and everything is looking good. So again, this is my disclaimer. Proceed with caution. Again, investing is a risk, and what I'm telling you right now is it's not financial advice. It's just me telling you what I'm doing, and hopefully you like it. And if you like it, click the like button. Make any comments. Tell me if I'm doing anything wrong, or if you like it and you want to see some more, so subscribe. All right. Until then, we'll be seeing you.